It's an honor to be here. It truly is. I want to thank the Chamber for putting this together and having this multi-year event for everyone to catch up and hear what's going on in the city. I think it's really important that we have community dialogue. As Dwayne mentioned, I've been elected twice. Very honored for that. I want to make sure that everyone understands what we're here to do is to do oversight, monitor. The door is always open to my doors. I know for my colleagues as well who are here, our door is open. We want to hear from the business community. We want to hear from you individually. If there's anything we could do to make the city better, that's really what this is all about, is accountable government. And so hopefully today we gives you some accounting of where we are. It's been an exciting year. We've made great progress throughout the years. There's a lot of new development. A lot of you can see it as you drive around town. That means new taxes, new revenue for the city. But always, public safety is job number one. Being fiscally conservative is very, very important. We have $81 million in reserves, and that's really important to us, that we have no debt for all these projects that we're bringing on and we continue to do here as a city. We're the envy of many cities with our management style, with our resources, with the amenities we provide, and we just really want to be one of the best cities both here in the state of California and in the nation. We're truly, truly blessed. But with that came great leadership. And today it brings me the opportunity to recognize some of that leadership who's decided to move on. I want to have Dan Fox stand up. Dan, please. Dan is the Assistant City Manager. Let's give him a hand. Dan was very instrumental in putting on this program with me, worked very closely, and I want to thank you for that. 14 years with the City of Laguna Niguel. He was a planning manager, community development director, and for the last 3 years, he's been the Assistant City Manager. He's just accepted a job this past Tuesday, with the City of Diamond Bar. He's been a great civil servant, and he is going to be the city manager, as opposed to the Assistant City Manager here, with the great city of Diamond Bar. We wish him well. Thank you, Dan, for your years of service. Also moving on is Rod Foster. Rod, please stand. Let's give him a hand. Rod's done an outstanding job as city manager from March 2013. His last day will be July 24th of this year. He's going to a higher calling. He's going to work for the Diocese of Orange County. He's going to be assigned to the St. Edward's School Church right over here, so he's going to still be local. You can see the pictures over here. I'm sure one of his favorite pictures right there with former Mayor McCluskey and Linda Lindholm. And again, that's part of one of his big accomplishments. That's the splash pad. Rod's been instrumental in a lot of great works here around town. A lot of the progress that I'm going to talk about today, a lot of the things that we've gotten done are because of Rod Foster's work and accomplishments. We want to thank you for your service. In life, change is the only certainty. So the City of Laguna Niguel and the staff and all of us here, wish the two well on their decision to move on. And we thank you for your years of service. Again, from this picture here, I'm going to go on with the Crown Valley. So you guys are moving this for me. Good. Crown Valley entry improvements. Sticking to the theme here. This is one of our most exciting projects that we have going on. We're close to completion, if you look at it. Anyone who's been going to the YMCA or anywhere near the park knows that it's been a trial in patience, but we're almost done. This is tier 2 of 3. The first tier was the water park, the amphitheater, and speaking of the amphitheater, the first concert's tonight, Tommy Tassi and the Authentics, 6:30. Try to park at City Hall, take the shuttle. I'm telling you, you'll be less frustrated getting in and out of there, but park where you want. But what we're adding to this is on the sides over there. There's going to be sidewalks. There's going to be a bike path. There's going to be lights. The lights are already up there. You can see the design. And we're carrying the theme from Tier 1 near the bathroom that we put in there new and the splash pad and amphitheater all the way through. That's going to add safety. Before, that bridge had no sidewalks. You were biking or walking. You were going, taking your life in your own hands. I'm sure the chief is happy about that. So we have bike lanes, safety, better access. In addition, what we're trying to do is rebrand Crown Valley Park. I'm the mayor, right? But when I moved here the first 6 or 7 years, I thought that was the YMCA park, right? The YMCA pool. No, it's all owned by the city of Laguna Niguel. So it's a city park. That new archway. In addition, we have this monument entry sign that's going to be electronic. We think that from a news and event standpoint of what's going on, and again, this will be, to some degree, public can ask the Parks and Rec to put different things of events coming in on there. It's really going to help create the communication that the city really needs on a really quick basis. We're going to have more parking. There's going to be a north and south lot, one just before the bridge, so not everyone has to go all the way in to drop off their kids or what have you. If you've got a softball game or a soccer game, as opposed to just parking on Crown Valley, you can take the lower lot. If they're playing at Crown Valley Upper, or if you want to go to the Botanical Gardens, the Preserve, you can park in the south lot, which is closer to City Hall. There's going to be a new spot, 66 new parking spots. There's a stairway up to, if you want to go to the Botanical Preserve. If you just want to exercise, if you've seen that stairway, that's probably a pretty good thing. And a lot of this deals with adding clean water. We had a grant, Nancy Palmer, who just retired this week as well. So with this bridge, water will flow underneath it. Before, it kind of went down a couple of drains over here and came out the other side. The park would be closed on days of rain. Now, we had a 6-year drought, so that didn't really matter to anybody. But now, this past year, when we couldn't get through because of the water and the rains, this is going to make it a lot easier. We won't have days that this thing gets closed. It was an $11 million total project to do Tier 2. But we did get grants from the State Water Board and the Molten Niguel Water District. I know Molten Niguel folks are here. Thank you very much for helping us with those grants of $2.6 million. So the cost of the city is about $8.5 million. The dedication of this completed project will be August 8th. At 10 a.m. at the park. So we hope everyone's there. But I don't want to stop there with the Crown Valley Park. If you look ahead here, this is the old building that has the patio room, the view room, the locker rooms to get into the pool. That's the pool right there. That's Tier 3. It's under the way in terms of the design. As a matter of fact, next Monday night, if you're not doing anything, 7 p.m., come to the City Hall for the Parks and Rec Commission and give your input on the Tier 3 project. On July 20th, it's going to come to City Hall where we're going to make a final decision of what that building, that big white blob, is going to look like. 30,000 square feet of useful rooms. These will be available for our community for rentals, for a number of activities. Again, thank you for the folks here at El Niguel, but if you've got a club, a service organization, et cetera, you'll be able to use this as well for some of your meetings, whether it's homeowner association, Rotary, Kiwanis, et cetera. Again, it's up to you. In addition, what we've done here is we're straightening the driveway. That's 290 degrees. It's going to go a little straighter, but we're raising the elevation there to make cars slow down. I know traffic safety is always an issue. In addition, there's going to be a turnaround there where people can park and drop folks off, yet still have a car go by. In addition, when we do the shuttle buses, because that's the amphitheater, they'll still be able to get a turnaround right there, where now they have to go all the way to the back by the Y and turn around. This area, this plaza is going to be very useful. Festival of the Lights, maybe even like a farmer's market in here. This is a seating area. We'll be able to do, when concerts happen, we'll still have the buses for food, et cetera. We are very, very excited about what's still to come here at Crown Valley Park. So here we get onto the design. We have 2 major designs that have made the finalists. Now, all of these are going to be in the same color themes as Crown Valley Park is right now in terms of the rocks, in terms of the colors. I'm not sure it exactly shows it here with this design, but it's coming. This one here is mid-century type style. If you could see, there's a big, huge entrance that's all glass. As you walk through it, you'll be able to see all the way through to the swimming pool to the other side, to the YMCA building. This is going to be a big community room, and all those big arch windows, or they're not arched, but all those big windows there, they'll be able to slide open all the way around. There's a balcony that walks all the way around to the other side to view it. So this is one design here. Again, see-through and open. And design 2 is right here. What does that look like? City Hall. So we're looking for input from the public because this is themed like City Hall. So it's going to look like, maybe the junior City Hall. But what it gives a concept of is what Laguna Niguel looks like. Here is what our buildings look like. It's, if you're in the city, it looks like this design. Now, again, this hasn't been decided yet, so I want to vote. That's 2, and this is 1. So this is audience participation. Someone's going to count. Who likes design number 1? Raise your hand. All right, pretty overwhelming. Design 2, raise your hand. Okay, looks like the ones have it by a wide margin. So again, no violation of the Brown Act here, but we all saw this together. The staff is going to move there. I don't know if you guys realize, our staff, our Parks and Rec department, who does such an excellent job, an amazing job with all the programs. And Allison Giglio, right over there, is the leader of all that. They're in trailers right now. We've got basically a double wide and a single trailer. All the staff are going to eventually be in there, but while this construction goes on, they're going to move to the lower lot starting in December, and construction's going to start in early 2018. I'm going to quickly go through some of these rooms here. The downstairs, there's going to be plenty of storage here. As you walk in, as I said, you can see all the way through. You'll go down the stairs. Here's some rooms for teams. The pool will be right out here. That is a banquet room that's going to have vaulted ceilings right over here. We can divide it in half, whatever we want to do. There's a dance studio in there with special flooring, classrooms all around. We're looking at about a teen to have our Laguna Niguel teens have a spot to play in as well. We're very excited about what's coming here. And here's the 3rd floor, mostly staff right in here, but right out here is an open area. A patio can hold 100 people for different events. Outdoor, view straight over the pool, looking out. It's going to be beautiful views up there. And these are the types of things, 2 catering kitchens, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs for the big room. Very, very much something that we can all love. We're hoping construction starts in early 2018, and will hopefully be done right at the end of 2019, but you know how these things go. I'd probably say early 2020 to be safe. We're not stopping there. We have neighborhood parks, 3 new parks, Clipper Cove, Park Vista, and Seminole. We spent $819,000. I thought, again, neighborhood parks, Councilmember Elaine Genoway came up with a great idea in our budget. We are a city who saves to spend. She put in the budget this year a certain amount of money for the next 3 or 4 years to save for an all-inclusive senior park. So that's coming to Laguna Niguel. And again, I want to thank Councilmember Genoway for making that happen in terms of just the foresight to put that money aside. In addition, we have Bear Brand Park and soccer field has been redone, $670,000. We're going to redo the baseball fields this year. So we are all about having parks and recreation. The Laguna Niguel Gateway, coming on, we're making a lot of progress. I just want everyone to know, this was a 20-year plan. Now, granted, it was 2007 or 2008 that this was signed in. The initial thought of having a gateway-specific plan was 1999, I believe. So this has been coming for a long time. Development has only started. This is the 6th year of development. So it's still an infant. It's like having kids saying, I thought they would wash my car and do the dishes. How come they're still, well, they're only like 6 years old yet. You still have to do everything for them. But wait till the finished product, because these things are really, really neat. This one here is the mixed use. It's the first mixed use project that's coming on. It's Broadstone by Alliance Residential, 348 units. We're seeing that the downstairs is going to have, areas for shopping, restaurants. This is going to be a destination point here in Laguna Niguel. Ground floor retail. We're going to do a Meet the Mayor out there on the 9th of August at 5:30 to discuss the Gateway. I know that there's some people have questions about this whole area, but if you give this thing an opportunity to really play itself out, it is going to be absolutely beautiful. In addition, the second Alliance project, grading is going on across Getty on Forbes Road. It'll be 300 units, 18 to 24 months to be done. And again, similar deal, retail on the first floor, 20-foot setbacks from the roads. We're going to have an area where people can go down and hang out. It'll be a destination for folks. In addition, the Pacern Group is grading right now, 425 units in 2 buildings. One is where the old the foam, Clark Foam was down below. They call that the wrap, and up above is the podium project. Ken Pacern's over here. I know Derek, his nephew, is with us as well. He assures me that the podium is going to be the best project out there. So any of the other developments out there, he's throwing down the gauntlet right now. But again, that's about 2 years out. These projects, again, are going to have downstairs, retail, and when you start looking at, this is going to be an area where everyone's going to want to go and hang out and have nice evenings out on the town. In addition, coming later this summer, you're going to see these 90-foot Laguna Niguel gateway signs on the I-5 freeway. One's going to be on the lot where Allen Cadillac is, and the other one's going to be where the AT&T building, to brand the businesses that are down in the gateway. That'll remove some of the outdated pole signs. It'll improve the look. And I want to give Dan Fox another bit of credit here. See that little design? So everyone wants to know what's going on here. It's like 2 semicircles. Dan came up with that. That's the 73 and the 5 freeway crossing each other. So, and an orange for Orange County Gateway here in Laguna Niguel. These are going to be huge signs. When you drive down the 5 freeway, nobody knows where Laguna Niguel is. And yeah, there's something, I think this is the little green sign. This is Laguna Niguel, population 66,000. They're not going to miss us anymore. These are, see that? That's a person right there. See that person right there? That's how big these signs are going to be. Coming out very, very shortly. Should really clean up the gateway from the signs. In addition, coming up is the Crown Valley Widening Project. It's from the freeway west to Cabot Road, construction 2019-2020. And we all remember when we widened on the other side of the street. It's going to be problematic, but don't worry. The 5 freeway is going to start construction for widening from south of Avery to El Toro Road right around the same time. So during that construction project, you're going to want to avoid that whole area anyways. I promise you. Street resurfacing is another really important project here for us at the city. We're finishing Moulton and Avila. Beacon Hill area looks great. It's almost done. Now they're on Crown Valley Parkway, and we're doing La Plata to Cabot, and we're also going to do, Moulton to La Plata and Cabot to Greenfield. So, I know people say, gosh, Laguna traffic is horrible. Hey, if a lane is closed due to construction, we can't really do much about that. That's when we're going for better down the road, because we'll have extra lanes. So just be patient as we continue to improve and develop the city of Laguna Niguel. I want to talk about the Agora project. Lisa Bartlett's here, our supervisor here from the 5th District. I want to give her a hand. Lisa's doing a great job, so please give her a hand. This is the Arts District that's going to be behind the library and City Hall. She's working very hard for our residents to make sure that we have a downtown Laguna Niguel, a vibrant downtown with local flair, retail, restaurants, community events. This thing's going to be just absolutely terrific. We're in through the EIR. They're trying to work on signing the leases now with the developer, who's Shaheen Sadeghi from Lab Group. If you're familiar with the Lab or the Packing District in Anaheim, those are pretty good. Hopefully groundbreaking early 2018. There's more conceptual designs of what we expect the Agora project to look like. There will be 200 units of apartments in the back, but most of it's going to be areas, again, for community events. It will be the town center of Laguna Niguel. Again, this is going to go through Planning Commission, then the City Council. We expect late summer, early fall to visit this, so we're looking for community input. 24 months of construction going after that. A lot of new businesses coming into town. I mentioned Laguna Niguel prides itself on being business friendly. That's really what we're about. All 5 of the members of the city council are part of the chamber, so I think we're pretty accessible. We want to be. We partner with the chamber. We work very closely with Debbie and her staff. We have no business license tax. We have an expert staff at the City of Laguna Niguel to help you through all the projects. Over 35 new businesses came in last year. Anybody in the room that came here in the last year? Give you a hand? No? Okay, well, thank you anyways. Tokyo Joe's. Tokyo Joe's is down there where the old Ichibiri was. Legato, right across behind City Hall. Where Starbucks, behind Starbucks on Pacific Island and Alicia. Hendrix, hey, you asked for white tablecloth. Who's been to Hendrix? Anybody? There we go. So very, very important. If you haven't been there, we need you to support our local restaurants. People say, hey, we don't have restaurants. We've got them. Go to Hendrix. You'll love it. It's got a great view. Pokeria, Fleet Sports down in Ocean Ranch. You know, hey, I even moved my office here, right? Here we go. I was in Laguna Hills, so now I'm here. Again, as I mentioned, public safety. Top priority number 1 for the City of Laguna Niguel. We contract with the Orange County Sheriff for law enforcement, Orange County Fire Authority for fire and medical. They both do an incredible job. You know, geez, so good. Even Chief joined me in a meeting yesterday for safety and protection. Very important that we have those guys in the room. Only 46 fires in 2016. We had a brush fire at Camino Los Padres. It was about the biggest event near Marina Hills. They knocked that down in a couple hours with no structural damage. It was a great job there. The OCFA in 2016 had 3,914 total calls, a 5% increase from 2015. 77% were for medical aid. The others were miscellaneous and false alarms and courtesy checks. Last year, we were still ranked as the 11th safest city in California. I'm told we're the 13th safest city out of 494 cities. I think that's just a statistically insignificant number. But again, that's no accident, no pun intended. We have the Orange County the Orange County sheriffs working for us, and our police services and our chief. They do a lot of community outreach. That is the best. We are very prepared to be safe and prepared. They have a lot of different programs. As busy as these folks are, it's a great team. 39% increase in calls in the last 2 years to 23,623 calls in the year. 65 calls per day. That's a big number. We just budgeted in our new budget for 2 new officers focusing on traffic, DUIs, and drug enforcement. The chief leads us to have neighborhood watch. There's a new business watch. If you guys aren't involved with that, find out, see something, say something. We're committed to being one of the safest cities in the state of California and in the nation due to these folks right here. Again, 47 active neighborhood watches, 10 new in the last year, 85 new business watch programs. We have the Citizens Academy as well. Who's been through the Citizens Academy? Let's give them a hand, because you know what? We just had our 21st class with 26 graduates just last week. I was there. It's an exciting program. It helps us all. You become our ambassadors on the street by going through that. Hey, police services can only do so much. Staff can only do so much. We need everyone to be involved. And that's how we remain and become the great city that we are. It's a 15-week course, all aspects of law enforcement, ride-alongs, jailhouse tours is one of the favorites. So if you know someone in jail, you can join that and get a free visit with them. Over 510 citizens since inception have been through that. And again, we have another one coming up, the Community Emergency Preparedness Academy. Again, Phil Robertson, he's our guy. He does a great job, ensures our residents are ready for an emergency. The academy is open. They do disaster responses. It's the FEMA curriculum. It's 8 Thursdays in a row. It's coming soon. Sign up. There's lectures, hand-on, and a final drill that's done usually down at the Ziggurat building, where they make a disaster, and you could either be someone saving someone bandaged up, or you can be that person if you want to reenact an earthquake. Budget and finance. We're fiscally conservative. We're in great shape, no debt, $81 million in reserves, but we're not a bank. So our goal is to provide improvement projects that make sense and spend money fiscally and conservatively for us here in Laguna Niguel. We just passed the budget for 2017-18 on Tuesday. It was a $55 million budget, $40 million going for ongoing expenses, $15 million in capital improvement project. Again, public safety, always number one, is 26% of our total expenses. I mentioned we had some new parks. In addition, we're going to have new entry monument signs coming as well. We budgeted for that. You know, when you come in on the streets, you see those little things that look like a, gravestone right now. We're going to try to spruce those up a little bit so when people come into Laguna Niguel, they know we're here. We're also going to continue our paving down Alicia and also finish Crown Valley. Again, as far as reserve goes, we have a financial reserve policy where 50% of our operating budget are always placed in reserve. We put money away, $8.8 million towards that Crown Valley Tier 3 on top of the $7.7 from last year. Save before you spend. It's always been a concept. I wish the federal government would use that as well. Very important. You could see our 10-year cash flow with us building, getting ahead of myself. You can see we're going to be spending some money down from the $80 million today to around $50 million as we build that Tier 3 project. We're looking at that about $25 million once we're all said and done. But as you can see, once we're through that, we expect reserves to continue to rise because of the fiscal policies that started with council's past, present, and I'm sure council's future. Again, very important that you understand it's a team approach. It's a special honor to serve as your mayor. Every action I take, and I'm sure my council members, we feel in our hearts is the best decision we could ever make. We're doing these things on purpose to help the residents, to help the community. I want to have my current colleagues stand up. Again, Elaine Genoway and John Mark Jennings. I also have Gary Cabot stand up because it's the promises that we've made, past, present, and future, to honor the community, to honor the commitments to our community. Laguna Niguel is safe, financially sound. We have great amenities and programs for young and for old and for everyone in between. We're not sitting idle. We continue to work towards an even brighter future. Again, we have a great staff. Thank you, guys. We have a great staff as well. Staff, if you could stand up as well. These guys, it's a team effort. It's a collaborative effort between everybody. You know, we really appreciate what you do. And again, thank you. The business community, without you, we aren't where we are. We love the tax revenues. We love the business. We want to make it better. As I mentioned at the very beginning, our door is open. My door has been and will continue to be open. If you've got something you want to talk about, whether it's positive or if it's something you want to see change going forward, please come see us. We'll be happy to talk to you. We'll be happy to help. Again, I want to thank the Chamber. I look forward to the rest of this year. And again, we want to hear from you. Appreciate all you did. The state of the city it's in great shape. We're going through some changes, but we expect nothing but better and better going forward. Thank you very much.